Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick. Christy Lemire, Dave White, Matt Atchity. They are going to review a movie called Unforgettable. I forgot to see it.
It came out last week.
It stars Katherine Heigl as a woman aggrieved. Her ex-husband, played by Geoff Stults, has a new woman, new fiance, played by Rosario Dawson.
I keep getting mad about that.
And I love Rosario Dawson.
Who doesn't?
It gets so much better.
Unfortunately, Rosario Dawson is very disappointing. You see, Tessa has a young blonde child, not as blonde as Tessa, who is platinum, evil platinum blonde. And Rosario Dawson cannot quite get the hang of stepmommyhood down. She buys a blanket for the kid, gives the child a rash. She loses the kid at the farmer's market. She makes the food too spicy for the child. She has long hair herself and yet cannot brush this child's long hair effectively. This makes Katherine Heigl very angry, and Rosario Dawson must be killed. Enjoy the clip.
I was really very scared to meet you.
Me.
Yes, gorgeous and talented. And your connection with David. You know, there was a time when I thought we were on the road to getting back together. And I met you.
Say hi to Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Lily.
Say bye to mommy.
My sweetheart.
You'll get used to Tessa. She's adjusting too.
I know she's Lily's mother, and of course I respect that, but it feels like I'm stepping into her life.
It's not easy, all this change.
I get it.
No, you don't. You couldn't possibly.
Okay. This movie cannot possibly live up to the way you have described it.
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, it does.
Yes.
This is the Katherine Heigl you've always wanted to see.
This is the Katherine Heigl of my dreams.
And you have some.
And I have had Katherine Heigl dreams in the past. Mostly, they're the most boring dreams I've ever had because she's so nice in all these other old movies that she's been in about weddings and dresses and more weddings. Until I saw a spark of life from her in a super shitty comedy a couple years ago called
The Big Wedding.
The Big Wedding.
Another wedding movie.
Where everyone else is being nice and Katherine Heigl is being mean and saying mean things and being angry to people and sarcastic and cruel. And I thought, you I like. And now,
A little window into Dave White.
now she gets to run
Amok.
amok.
Yes.
Thank you for that word.
Reckless abandon.
Yeah.
It's good. You know what? This is like a made-for-lifetime movie with better production values.
And more sex and swearing and vaping.
So much vaping and hacking and vaping at the same time.
She steals identities.
Oh my God.
She bangs a waiter in a car and then just kicks him out of the car.
Get out of my car now.
She polishes her silver with a furious intent.
Right.
I
rides
dare
her
say
horse with serious intent. Yeah.
Well, the sublimation of the horse is this very, palpable thing.
She's an equestrian.
Of sorts. And now, it's not as great, and nothing will ever be, as Obsessed.
Oh yeah.
Which I think I
Beyonce,
I
Idris Elba.
pray that you two have seen
yes.
Obsessed.
Yes.
Okay.
I have not.
Oh.
It's
Netflix that shit.
It's not nearly as perfect as Obsessed, but
Is it
it's
better than The Call?
what was that?
That was Dat Wig.
Dat Wig.
That's Halle Berry as a 911
No. This is a
operator.
whole different movie.
Okay.
That's a whole
Obsessed
different
is
thing.
like Idris Elba and Beyonce and Ali
Ali
Larter
Larter.
comes to work for him
I
and
didn't
like
see that.
stalks him.
No,
and
I remember, but I
anyway.
didn't see it.
Incredible.
Yeah, this is in that vein. And also
So
like
it's a good double feature.
and like late 80s, early 90s, like good trash, like Fatal Attraction, Hey the Rock.
The kind where they blatantly disregard the realities of mental illness and treat it carelessly and horribly, and
for entertainment value.
for your entertainment.
That's the best thing about mental illness, right?
I'll laugh.
But I want to, this is not a good movie, but it's a great movie.
Yeah.
And Heigl she's on point here, and I'm team her for life.
Yeah,
So, if I may,
yeah, please.
how many cocktails do you recommend before seeing that?
I was totally sober. I know you guys don't believe me when I say that. I
don't enjoy a cocktail.
Yeah. Dave's clean
Beers, drinks.
Beers. All right.
Okay.
Two?
A couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two.
It might make it more fun.
Yeah.
But we had a really good time. We were cackling. We had a nice time.
We had a
Dave
very
and
good
I, totally sober. So this is before you all point out that I'm going to say something about misogyny, I'm not, because this is directed by a woman, Denise Denovi, veteran producer, produced a lot of Tim Burton movies and also Heathers. This is her first movie she ever produced, was Heathers, which is kind of crucial here. Written by a woman, and I feel like they are exploring some kind of legitimate elements of being a mom in the present day and the pressures of it. They also kind of exploit the fact that Rosario Dawson's character is a victim of domestic abuse and is hiding, running away from the ex-boyfriend to the arms of this blandly handsome guy in this very Pasadena-like waspy town. But
that sounds like
but since you're not going to, I will.
Misogyny.
The entire film industry is steeped in misogyny and dominated by the patriarchy. And fuck that.
But it's also about fireplace tools.
Movie does, yeah. There's so much good stuff here in this dumb, trashy film that give it a look.
I feel like Denise Denovi doesn't completely parody that kind of batshit crazy girl on girl hair pulling movie, but like takes it right to the limit and lets it simmer there.
Yeah.
Like it knows what kind of movie it is.
Yes.
Katherine Heigl, also Cheryl Ladd as Katherine Heigl's mom.
Cheryl Ladd is so
She's
good.
so good in this.
Yeah.
And she provides a window into why Katherine Heigl is like this uptight, self-loathing, nitpicky mom.
The monsteriest mommy.
She's horrible.
Yeah.
And like says like passive aggressive things like, oh, you didn't bake the scones? So,
I thought you would have made them yourself.
So good. And so I had a good time. I laughed at it. This movie did not get good reviews. I don't know what people were expecting. It's like, it's not good, but I had a good time. But although, production values, Caleb Deschanel shot this.
Yeah.
It's creamy. It's like Nancy Meyer's interior. It's beautiful.
I'll tell you, he frames Katherine Heigl like a phantom. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
She has never looked cooler or more sinister.
Yes.
And it's
smooth,
because of the
wrinkle-free.
legendary Caleb Deschanel.
Yeah, so this has better production values, better cast, and I love the fact that the guy they're fighting over is just like Ken doll.
He's
like, it could not be more
the
boring.
most useless human being, and you wonder what the point is. Like, what are they fighting over? He's nothing. Like in Obsessed, you understand. It's Idris Elba. But this guy doesn't even dream about being Idris Elba.
No.
Sorry, guy.
Let me mention racism really fast. Nobody ever mentions the fact that Rosario Dawson is the only person of color in this fictional town of Foothill, California. But you can feel,
they don't, do they? No.
They feel like the bitchy mommy disdain when they look at her, and she's like boho chic with her flowery sundresses and her long wavy, perfect, like effortlessly wavy hair, and she's just gorgeous. And they're all like in their slim monochromatic sheaths with like the stick straight hair. No one ever says the word black or says racism, or it's implicit. There you go. So I had a good time. I gave it a 6.
6.66 for Evil.
Woohoo! And so our numbers are 6.3. It's at 25%.
That's
you
just
guys,
wrong.
Loosen up and have some fun. We had some fun. So anyway, that came out last week, but we are devoted to you, and so we did it this week.